President Trump hosting a roundtable with border security officials in Calexico, California right now. Here's what the president had to say just moments ago.
It's a colossal surge, and it's overwhelming our immigration system, and we can't let that happen. So as I say, and this is our new statement, the system is full, can't take you anymore. Whether it's asylum, whether it's anything you want, it's illegal immigration, can't take you anymore. We can't take you. Our country is full, our area is full, the sector is full. Can't take you anymore, I'm sorry.
Later this hour, President Trump will tour a section of the border wall. Joining us now is Mike Fisher, a former Border Patrol chief. I mean, that is a really stark way to paint what's going on. I've asked a number of people this week, you know, when Kirstjen Nielsen says that it's a Cat 5 disaster, that, you know, the system is on fire. How do you say that in terms that people understand? What does that look like? You heard what the president just said. What do you think?
I happen to agree with the president. As a matter of fact, it's hard for people to believe when you just listen to numbers. But having been on the border and having gone through periods of surges, the last one the summer of 2014, and talking with Border Patrol agents recently, the numbers, it is overwhelming to not just the system, but to the Border Patrol agents, and the infrastructure was not built to be able to handle thousands and thousands of people every day where no place to put them.
What do you say to people who say, you know, maybe some of those people are coming for the wrong reason, but a lot of them are desperate and hungry, and they're small children, and they're coming from Central America, and, you know, they're willing to risk their lives because where they are is so bad, and it's heartless to turn them away. What do you say?
I completely understand that position. Being a father myself and having a family, it is terrible. But this country has laws, and part of the requirement for the Border Patrol in particular is to enforce those laws. Right now, the laws are being exploited due to loopholes. Smuggling organizations are making millions of dollars exploiting the system, and quite frankly, our country cannot support millions and millions of people just illegally coming into this country.
I mean, obviously, I think everybody realizes at this point that the whole entire thing has to change, that we need the legal immigration system to change, that we need Congress to write new laws, that we need more wall, that we need to deal with, you know, everything that's going on south of the border and all the countries south of the border. But if you had to name 3 priorities right now of things that would help, like what are the first 3 things you would do if you were in charge?
First and foremost, continue to press Congress to change the laws. If they change the laws and the loopholes, the flow will stop. Number 2, build facilities that we can house family units, and then immediately upon their adjudication in their court cases, fly them right back to the country where they came. The first time a plane is going to land with people that haven't been released back to those countries of origin, the flow is going to stop.
Yeah. That has been the policy in the past, right? That people have been flown back. Did that have an impact?
It had an immediate impact. I remember a case in particular where we were seeing an influx of Brazilians at the time, and the current administration at the time did exactly that. We held them, we did not release them, and then they were immediately repatriated back to their country when an immigration judge adjudicated their case, and then the flow stopped.
Yeah. Mike Fisher, thank you for coming on today. We appreciate your time.